Well, most musicians are waiting for that big break, that killer hit. But when it happened to one 80s band, it really did tear them apart.
Carrie picks up the pieces and learns some lessons.
The Isle of Wight. Laid back, relaxed, they like to call it the Sunshine Isle. Here in the 70s, a young group of musicians used to play the pubs and clubs, and you could probably get to see them for the price of a drink. Now, by the 80s, they'd become the band Level 42, playing stadium gigs with the likes of Madonna and on their way to selling 30 million records. It was a track called Lessons in Love that brought international superstar status, and it all began back on the island.
The brothers, Boom Gould and Phil Gould, and I sort of met at a party. I got the chance to join the band that they were in. I mean, obviously the Isle of Wight is a largely tourist based place, and so there were hotels you could play in and pubs and holiday camps for days here, you know, so there was just loads of opportunity to work as a working musician, really learning a trade.
Leaving the island behind, the band started to take shape in London, moving from playing instrumental jazz funk to more commercial pop. In 1986, following their first top 10 success in America, they were asked to produce a hit single in advance of the next album, and it had to be big.
And for me, I just thought, well, okay, right, let's do it then. You know, let's try and do that. We'd already sat down and made a decision that if we wanted to carry on in the business, we had to reach, you know, it was all very well doing 60,000 units of an album and stuff. If we wanted to go to 600,000 every time we did it, we needed to have sort of bigger hits. And so I just thought, okay, let's have a go at it.
Mark found inspiration remembering his younger days back on the Isle of Wight.
When playing in holiday camps on the island and playing something like We'll Meet Again, the Vera Lynn song, because it's big with the holiday camp people at the end of the night, there's something in there and you think that is such a great chordal sequence, you know. I might use that somewhere. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know where. And that sequence that, you know, although I'm sat there and I hated playing that because I thought I'm 15, I shouldn't be doing this. I couldn't get that idea out of my head, so, and that's where the I'm not proud, I was wrong, and the truth is hard to take. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know where. I'm not proud, I was wrong.
And the bass featured really heavily on that record.
Do you know, Carrie, it's still one of the hardest lines to play, you know, and I play some hard lines. Holding that going because it's relentless, it just never stops. Thy phone lines lost at sea. I've been trying to reach your shore.
So the band wrote a hit to order, and it worked. Selling many more than the desired 600,000 units, it was a huge global success. But not everyone was happy. The Gould brothers, Mark's friends from the island, felt the track took the band in the wrong direction.
Do you think that they were struggling with the record and the sound of the record itself, or with success?
Probably a bit of both, you know. And I didn't know at the time that was going to be probably the highest point for the band, but also what would be almost the architect of the band's downfall, I think, because it was so successful, and yet not everybody that was involved in making it happen really wanted it to be that way and wanted to follow that route. You know, you either go with it or you don't go with it, and I wanted to go with it. I think it was the beginning of the end for the original lineup of Level 42.
The Gould brothers both left the band. But despite a changing lineup, Level 42 went on to have another dozen top 40 hits. Now, preparing for a new tour, Mark's reworking some of those hits, including Lessons in Love.
If you would have said to me when I was 9 years old, 10 years old, you know, do you want to be successful? Do you want to be famous? And I did. That's all I wanted to do, was be in a band and be successful. And I wanted to be on telly and do all of those things. And here was the perfect vehicle for it, you know. I'm really grateful to the song.
And Mark is with us now. And Mark, you said there that that was kind of the beginning of the end, really, that song for the group, the original lineup.
Yeah, for the original lineup, for sure, Matt.
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
You know, we've been together, you know, a number of years and have been enormously successful. And of course, the success and the amount of hard work that you put into doing that, you know, takes a toll.
But you're back on tour now with Mike.
I am, yes.
Yes.
Mike Lindup. Mike and I have been working together for the last 10 years again, and he's such a great musician to play with anyway. And
Are you having more fun now than you were back then? Less pressure?
Yeah, yeah, because there's no pressure. I don't have to compete with these young Herberts anymore, you know. I can sort of swan about and keep my chickens at home on the Isle of Wight, and once every couple of years go out on the road again. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but the young ones, see, they didn't develop the slap bass, did they? Which is a sort of combination of drumming and bass playing.
Yes, it is, for sure, Alex.
Very
Yes.
knowledgeable, Al.
Wow.
It's, you know, I began as a drummer, and so for me, the whole idea of actually using, you know, two hands to do something, as opposed to the usual...
Very good.
Just peel one of those off.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. Well, as you're here and as you've brought your guitar, we're going to play this little game now. OK, so the idea is we've got Carrie and we've got Joe, and what we're going to do is we're going to play Ace of Base.
Ooh. You're playing too. Tell you what it is.
Yeah, tell me what it is.
And of course Andrew. And the whole idea is that Mark's going to play a little riff of the bass line, and then you have to guess.
And we're going to look really stupid.
It's sort of a little bit like Name That Tune, really. So grab a card and a pen. There you are. So you write down what song you think it is. No. On your own.
OK, ready? Do you want me to launch into this one? OK, here we go. Have a guess what this is, yeah?
A little confused, bless him. He's too
Before
young.
your time, kid.
Andrew.
Sorry.
It was really good. OK.
I
get around.
Just see this.
I get around.
I get around.
I get around. Carrie.
Carrie. Joy Division. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at those cards.
Yes!
Exactly the same. Extraordinary. Yeah.
Joy Division. It is. It was Joy Division's Number Terrace Apart.
I know that song. What's the matter with me?
Oh, have we got to get through?
Oh, but the
we
proof
were
is
going
there.
to play them.
It doesn't matter.
OK, let's
Not
move
there.
on to the second.
OK, yeah, but this one, right, Siddy, good luck with this one, kid.
You'll get this, Joe.
So here we go, yeah.
Oh, come on. I know this one, really.
Oh, that's not how it's called. What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? I know.
Jack 5, want you back. I want you back.
I know what it is, but I don't know what it's called. Stevie. I wrote something wrong.
I can see it all over. Stevie Wonder. No.
No! Oh!
It's
I'll let a sheltered life.
Jackson 5.
Stick to sending people to sleep.
Oh,
Jackson
man.
5. I
Yes,
want you
Jackson
back.
5.
Was it Jackson 5 or the Jacksons?
No,
Jackson
5.
The Jacksons,
Jackson
yeah.
5. The Jackson
It was
5.
Jackson 5,
It was
yeah.
Jackson. There we are. Well, that's all.
Brilliant.
We've run out
Yeah.
of time. We're going to play this into the night, but anyway.